Yes, that's right. They didn't catch your epic point at the camera there. So here we are, Game 5 between our competitors here in the IPL Tournament of Champions. And on the right side of the map, representing the team Startail, it is Squirtle. And on the left side of the map, in the green, representing Empire, it is Kas. Both of these guys do not want to be knocked out. And I think it'd be a bit of an upset if Squirtle was the one to go home.
Yeah, I think so as well. So we'll see what he has in his bag of tricks when Squirtle has played not ridiculously greedy, and when he has played not absurdly all in with a hard 4 gates, he's won both his games. But what I'm saying is when he's played standard, he's won both his games. And we'll see if he decides to go that route this go-round. Kind of a cool map choice out of him, as drops do have some power here if you're a Terran player because of the amount of space around the corners of the map. But Squirtle, you know, it's hard to take a third base here, and he's shown he loves that 2-base play. May work out well for him.
Yeah, it was a little bit silly to go for the 4-gate last game. I mean, he just wanted to end it, thought he could get in there and do it, but yeah, Kas with that really, really nice scouting time managed to survive.
Yeah. And let's see now here how Squirtle wants to step this up. Of course, with the exception of the 4-gate last time, he has opened with, double gas 1-gate sentry expand every time.
Yeah. And looks like this time may not be any different. So far, he's doing the same thing. And but that's the thing. I mean, Terran has the 12 barracks, 13 or 14 gas. Protoss has, you know, their gateway and gas openings as well. So, I mean, there is that standard that nearly every opening comes from. And so you scout that, and you kind of have to make some assumptions based on the map, based on a couple other little factors here and there. Ah, nice. He does find the command center. We'll be able to put a little bit of hurt on that SCV.
Yeah, another SCV already pulled off the line, and we'll see how this makes Squirtle react, because whenever he's caught that Kas is doing kind of a greedy build, he ends up going super greedy himself. So we'll see what the case is going to be here. He's certainly trying to be as annoying as possible. Just one more hit!
Oh, it's so close, but the SCV gets away.
Oh, probe!
And the probe, oh, that SCV failed. Oh, the other one got it.
All right.
Wow, that was an intricate little hit plan there from Kas. It's like, all right, you wait at the top of the ramp, I'll chase him up. Oh, the other guy coming from the side.
This is a totally different approach for Squirtle, though. He immediately pulled off of gas as soon as he saw that fast expand, so he could put up his Nexus as quick as possible.
Yep, you see that done quite a bit here. Decides to delay his Cybernetics core as well for a little bit. And so Squirtle just kind of trying to keep up on economy with his opponent right now. That command center getting very, very close to done, but there is a Zealot getting there almost right now. It looks like he's barely not going to be able to get there in time.
Yeah, unfortunately not going to be able to cancel the expansion. A few SCVs
are like, nope. Yep.
All right, well, there is one Marine now, just a little less powerful, and Kas, trying to micro away his SCVs, but unfortunately has already lost 2, so some mining time lost. Good little effort here by Squirtle. Picks off a 3rd SCV as well. The Zealot has certainly paid for itself.
No kidding, yeah, he was like, I came because of that probe. He was my friend. Must get revenge. And now he's just going to run for his life.
Yes.
Yep. Space Shark doesn't care.
No.
Oh, look out. SCV. These SCVs are setting up very elaborate assassination plots here in this one. Again, you know, you never know what side the SCV is going to come from.
Whoa!
2 kills on that
That's
SCV.
the one that got the probe as well.
Oh, man. He's a stone-cold killer.
What a beast.
Wow.
All right.
It's terrifying. Look at that. He's just hiding in with the other SCVs now. It's like Assassin's Creed for SCVs. He's just going to go sit on a bench and look inconspicuous for a while.
I guess so. That is, we'll have to check in on Killer SCV. Just going back, all in a day's work, just goes back to mining.
Guess so.
You got to say minin' too. You can't add the G at the end. Minin'.
He's not really doing that, though. He's just pretending to mine. He's actually just waiting for another opportunity. He's probably going to kill that Stalker, too.
Let's see if he tears off the line. Oh, no. Okay.
Maybe he's retired from a life of crime.
Could possibly be.
Yep.
All right, Squirtle, he's on his expansion now. He's got his Warp Gate research well on the way, and that's what I was waiting for. 2 more gates popping down right now. Decides not to go Robo right away. Did have the resources basically for that, but decides to drop another sentry instead.
Yeah, going Robo right now would be pretty dangerous with the Marines coming across the map like this. Yeah, let's get those gateways down. Stay a little bit safer. Nice micro there from Squirtle, too. Not taking a whole lot of damage on that Stalker at all, but really softening up those Marines.
Yeah, he is, and not going to be able to steal any kills kills, it looks like. Quite yet, but with a couple more units coming in, he could do some damage. Now these Marines are all very low. Sentries pulled off moved away. Oh, force fielding in those units. So well done. Only losing 2 probes, I believe.
Now we have to see if any of those probes have more than 1 kill.
Ha! Let's see here.
Look and see.
No,
all right,
no.
These probes failed hard, man. 1 kill there.
Yes, just 1. Oh, 2.
All right.
Okay. 2 of them have kills.
Not anywhere near as impressive as that one SCV. He's there somewhere.
Yes.
There he is.
There.
You found him
Wow.
right away.
1 click.
You know, you should be able to set hotkeys in observer mode for things like that. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. For individual units, we're gonna. Ooh,
Yeah, like set your own hotkeys
at the risk of
as an
breaking
observer.
things.
You can't do it.
Okay.
You can't.
All
I know
right.
you can't, so don't even bother.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm bleeding.
Yes.
Oh, hey, 4 more gates dropping down now. So this is actually going to be a strong
yes.
7-gate push off of 2 bases.
Now, the 7-gate worked pretty well the first time.
Yes, it did.
And he did just take out a huge amount of bio units as well from Kas. So Kas's army is going to be potentially a little bit smaller. But look at this. Kas, though, he's prepared, man. He's got those supply depots up there. That one, though, might start to kind of restrict the amount of repairing that the SCVs can do. So you got to be a little bit careful not to go too overboard on this. But
yeah,
it is certainly going to make the Zealots much less effective.
Couple more units dropping in. Squirtle already putting down this pylon, forward pylon now, as he's starting with those warpins pretty aggressively. See some more units out here in just a bit. This is going to meet up with this army very well.
Now, if Kas does what he's been doing, he's probably going to send out a unit here to start scouting soon, because he hasn't gotten a glimpse of what his opponent's been doing for a couple minutes now. So he's got to be wondering, I wonder if we're going to see him send out an SCV or not. Doesn't look like it.
No.
Only has 1 bunker as well, so this is a risky situation here for Kas.
All right.
Wow, I'm surprised he's actually just going with the 1 bunker. It's a very small investment to stay, quite a bit safer. So,
all right.
let's see how this works out. Remember, the Zealots are not going to be very effective initially.
Squirtle making his way right up to the front. He's going to start busting through a couple of these units here. The bunker not actually taking any damage yet. He wants to allow his Zealots to start walking through, but Kas pulls everything off of the line that forces Squirtle back for now. Unfortunately, Kas is actually supply blocked, but he has a perfect ring of repair around the bunker. Oh, but there's a force field down at the bottom, and those SCVs are dead.
Yeah, that'll definitely be a bit of a blow to Kas, but as soon as those force fields end, those units are going to come storming down the ramp as well. And things still pretty even. Squirtle did not break that bunker, which is huge. You really, really saw how useful those supply depots were in slowing that down, because initially there weren't even any SCVs on the bunker. And where are those SCVs going?
They're effectively
around,
taken out, though. I mean, that's pretty much it. Right, okay, bye-bye, probe.
It's like, I want to die.
Yes.
And, could not escape. It looks like a couple more going down.
Yeah, Kas leading so many units off the line. I mean, 1 Stalker Warpin inside of the base, and he would have been able to take care of that. But
it's a bit of an odd situation. Normally you don't see this here. It looks like Kas might decide to go in again, or just accidentally clicked it.
We'll see.
He did accidentally click that, it looks like.
All right, we'll see if any more units come out of Squirtle here in just a second. Nothing inside of his base that's disrupting him right now. He is giving Kas time to prepare, but Kas not putting up any more bunkers. He is just sitting on that 1 with his wall gone as well.
Maybe one thing that... Oh, here come the rest of the SCVs. They're like, nope, still can't get the base. All right. And,
so
it's like the SCVs are trying to, steal 3rd base or something. It's just not working out. Oh, he actually medevac. Nice.
There it is.
Nice move, Kas.
They have Survivor's Guild.
Here's the thing, though, is that Kas is just not going to be broken here. I mean, that Guardian Shield may have been Squirtle's way of trying to get him to pull a few more SCVs off the line for a little bit. Use a bit of mining time, too, but...
He does have +1/+1 coming up along with the robotics base, so it looks like he's content with what he's done, and it wasn't really all that much, to be honest.
Yeah, not a whole lot quite yet. He does still have the worker count lead, which is pretty nice. It's still fairly even because of those mules. But overall, both players not, neither one terribly has a huge lead. Kas is ahead, but not by a ton.
Squirtle has so many resources banked up as well.
Yeah, he really does, actually. Never mind. Wow, that's...
A couple more gateways? Anything? Okay, there's 5 zealots. Yeah, that's not too bad. It looks like he's prepping for a couple of those drops. Kas actually trying to fly under the cover of night.
Could be a possibility as well.
Yeah, let's see here as soon as Squirtle picks up on this, which he should pretty soon. It looks like he is. There's Guardian Shield already picking off, not picking off anything, but forcing Kas to lift right away.
Yep. And so it looks like the first Colossus is on the way, as well as some upgrades. So that's going to get his mineral and gas count down a little bit. But yeah, still very, very high on resources right now for this point in the game. and not really able to think about taking a third or anything quite yet.
Yeah.
So by all intents and purposes, Kas has got a great opportunity here. Where are his upgrades too, by the way? Okay, he is getting +2 weapons,
yes.
+1 shields, and +1 weapons for air as well. He's been noticing that Squirtle has been going Colossi quite a few of these games, so he's already preparing for that.
Squirtle finally investing with some of his other resources as he's going over to 2-2 now to try and maintain that upgrade advantage. But, you know, Thermal Lance is just on the way now. It's his first Colossus. This is a huge push coming out of Kas right now.
Yeah,
I don't know if Squirtle has enough.
Yeah, I mean, he has some Zealots and some Sentries and 1 Colossus, which is not a whole lot. Okay, never mind. He does have a decent army in his main, too, but he needs to pull back to the natural. Right now, he's going, and the force field's letting a few units up, but not a whole lot. He needs to pull those Zealots back. He can't lose those right now.
And, but he's just running them forward at the moment. He just lost quite a few of them. Stalkers are sitting on the high ground. Here come more units out of Kas. We're going to need to see some more force fields. That we do, actually, and this Colossus is mopping up units up at the top. That was a pretty good play. Squirtle still significantly down in supply overall, though.
Yeah, I would say so. Kas was continuing to build the macro behind this.
So many resources built up for Squirtle. Just a huge amount of Zealots would be really, really nice for him. And he has the gateway production eventually to go after that. He's just not taking advantage of those cycles this whole time.
He doesn't have the Chrono Boost, unfortunately, to really pump out a lot of gateway units right now. He's been using it to get out Colossi, which ultimately, with the lack of Vikings on the field, is probably going to be a little bit more useful to him right now. He does miraculously hold off Kas here, but the bigger kind of problem that's coming up behind all this is that he doesn't have a third base.
God, this looks like just such a meager army, and he's making his way out now. Kas is sitting on just 5 more workers. He's got 34 Marauders on the field, though. It's a staggering Marauder count. Unit name Ursadak Female 2, kind of observing everything.
That's right. She likes to check things out.
Guess
Make sure
so.
things are going okay on Sanshorn Mists here. She's like, people keep fighting here. I don't know why.
I just want to live my fancy life and have Unit Ursadak Male, name 2, to live with.
She won't settle for number 2. She wants number 1, male Ursadak unit calf, whatever thing.
Yes, that exactly.
Yep.
Okay, that's a huge amount of Marauders. Marauder Viking now is pretty much going to be the order of the day. Squirtle finally going over to another base. Helps him utilize some of those resources. He is moving into 3-3 upgrades right now, but there's already ghosts popping out now for Kas.
Yeah, the ghost will help even things up quite a bit with the EMP once those do hit.
He gets Mobius Reactor. Yes, he did. So those ghosts are going to have EMPs ready to go right away.
That's right. And it looks like Squirtle may be planning on doing another expansion down there as well. We'll have to see. Moving out with a pretty big force here. He is not ahead in supply. Still behind a little bit, but 4 Colossi, that is quite a bit. What's the Viking count right now? Only 3, too. So those aren't going to be taken out. I think the big issue, though, is going to be the 44 Marauders that are out right now. That is pretty insane. So Marauder heavy.
Yeah. The damage output there is going to be pretty staggering, especially against the armored Stalkers and the armored Colossi.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's see here now. Marine trying to make his way up, and Squirtle's kind of trying to convince Kas that he's expanding everywhere. But there are a few...
did not look like he was having a good time as he was burned to death.
Do people ever look like they're having a good time as they're being burned to death?
Not in my experience, no.
That's true. That's true.
Wow. All right. So Squirtle adding on more gateways here. He does have his economy under control now. At least, which is good.
And let's see, as Squirtle going to be maxed here in just a bit. Kas is already at that point, and he'll be banking resources. He's reinvesting into his infrastructure right now. He's got 2 more command centers, 3 more barracks on the way, lots of upgrades being added. 3-3, though, is going to be finished momentarily for Squirtle, and that's going to time nicely with him being maxed. So we'll see if he wants to put on some pressure then.
Kas is already maxed out, and once those command centers finish and turn into orbitals, most likely, he'll be able to ditch some SCVs and get an even bigger army. And he's making 6 more barracks as well. Yeah, I mean, even with the big fight that might happen here soon, Kas can replenish his army so quickly here.
And, looks like this army is just going to bypass Squirtle entirely, go right into the 4th. Squirtle, I think he's going to go for it. He's going to try to draw the army back now for Kas. Kas trying to put up those supply depots, but there's not a wall there anymore. Lone EMP.
EMP'd? Yeah, he did. A lot of units getting EMP'd there, and Kas's army is coming in. Will he be able to get a good position against this, though?
I don't know. It looks like Squirtle thinking about going over to the third, then rethinks it, hallucinating out a few more Colossi that will at least help to draw some fire as well from the Vikings.
No kidding. Yeah, that may help out quite a bit. Thermal Lance is completed, and it is scaring off Kas a little bit, it appears here, too.
Yeah.
Interesting.
We'll see here now what he ends up going with. Kas just posturing around. Supply depots going down up at the front. Few SCVs being pulled off the line. He wants to engage right now. The Archon's just being decimated immediately. These Marauders are so strong. Squirtle finally with the AoE from the Colossi, though, able to drive a few of those units back. Kas doing a nice job not to hit the hallucinated Colossi. Scanning, as a matter of fact, to make sure he picks off real ones there. And it looks like Squirtle is going to slowly but surely be driven back.
He needs to pull back that last Colossi. He can't lose that. He does still have 2 remaining.
Yeah.
And it looks like he's going to... Oh, he loses that one. And he's going to lose his last Colossi as well to those Vikings. So all in all, the players coming out fairly even. Now we get to see whose production is more productive right now.
And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 gates and Robo up for Squirtle. So that is certainly more than sufficient production off of 3 bases. Kas, on the other hand, is sitting on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 barracks already. So he's looking plenty fine as well. So both these guys won't have any trouble replenishing. But Squirtle's got to watch and make sure he doesn't get these units caught off guard.
Storm just finished.
Yes, it did. And there's a few Templar who may be able to take advantage of that very soon, just a few seconds away from getting up that energy.
Yep. More Zealots being warped in here. Charge lots with upgrades become very, very deadly in a situation where the Bioforce is relatively small and there aren't a lot of EMPs to back it up. So Squirtle could have a good opportunity here. Here we go. That's such a huge bio army, though, from Kas.
Yeah, and EMP already hit and knocked out the shields of a couple of units.
Oh, whiff on the Storm. He hits some of the Vikings, but that's not going to help him out right now.
Yeah, looks like he may have torched his own Observer as well. But let's see. He's going to need a couple more Storms. That was a much better Storm. Those were way better Storms. We'll see if any of the follow-ups are going to be able to take this out. Zealots were attacking SCVs for a long time, now finally getting a position. But that's it. There's nothing left over for Squirtle. Everything gets decimated.
Yeah, the Archon running for his life, but that's not going to work out. Now, here's the thing. Kas lost a lot of workers at that third base, so his economy has taken a big hit. He's not going to be able to reproduce units as quickly as he could have otherwise. That's going to give Squirtle maybe an opportunity to catch up in units. We'll have to see. Kas is going to have to come all the way across the map to fight him.
Yeah, but we'll see if Squirtle can get enough units out in time. It's 28 Marauders, 4 Marines, 3 Ghosts, 2 Vikings, and 8 Medevacs to just 8 Zealots and 7 Templar.
And 1 Viking.
Yes.
You can't forget about the lone Viking.
There he is, with his +2 attacks. He loves it.
That's right. This Nexus is going to get evaporated pretty quickly.
Kas is sitting on 5 bases now. He's even got the island down at the bottom right-hand corner.
Oh, wow, he does actually, man.
Yeah.
And that's not going to be enough. He's going to need some pretty amazing storms to handle this. But does he have enough energy on any of those Templar? Maybe a couple.
Oh, yes. Looks like he does throw down 1 storm, but the Medevacs are able to heal those up pretty quickly. A couple more feedbacks hitting, but that's it. He doesn't need to feedback the 2 Ghosts that were there. He needs storms to deal AoE to this entire army, and he just doesn't have a ton of those left over.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be quite enough here. The Archon doing a lot of damage to those very weak bio units. But again, though, Kas just a little bit too far ahead at this point, and that is going to be it. It looks like we're going to see Kas advance.
GG! Wow!
Hey, look at